got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about, 'cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs, crying 'cause you weren't around. You're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me, she's everything I'm insecure about. Yet today I drove through the suburbs, 'cause how could I ever love someone else? And I know we weren't perfect, but I never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now I'm gone. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me, 'cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo, an incredible #1 hit record, but also a stunningly beautiful song. I don't know much about this girl except she can sing and write a great tune. And it works lovely on guitar. It's not so guitar-y, the original recording, but this pulsing G note working its way through is a really lovely thing on the guitar. So let's get to a close-up and check out how to do it. So starting on a G, I got my driver's license last G, like we always talked, to E minor, 'cause you were so excited for me to E minor drive up to your house. But the C drove through the suburbs, C again, 'cause you weren't a G. And that goes straight into that next verse. G, you're probably with that blonde girl, G, who always made me doubt. E minor, she's so much older than me, she's everything I'm insecure about. Yet a C drove through the suburbs, 'cause C, how could I ever love someone? G, 3, 4, and then we're into the chorus, which we'll talk about separately in a moment. So rhythmically, there are lots of different approaches to this. If you're doing your cover, don't feel like you have to do the arrangement that I'm going to show you now. This is simply a way of kind of copying the original recording with this drone note, and I really like it. I think it works great. But you would totally be fine to change the strumming up or play it fingerstyle. There'd be loads of different options. Got my driver's license last week, it's like we always talked about. They were always so excited for me, finally drive up to your house. Today I drove through the suburbs. Kind of countrifying it a bit, you could do it that way. You could do something maybe more like, got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about, 'cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs, crying 'cause you weren't around. You could even kind of rock it up, I guess, on electric guitar. I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about, 'cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs, crying 'cause you weren't around. I mean, there are lots and lots of approaches to this song, and I think part of the beauty of doing a cover is finding your own unique perspective on any given tune. A really nice way to emulate the original recording is to do it fingerstyle. We use what's called block playing, so we're playing thumb, first finger, second finger, and third finger on the thickest 4 strings. And we play it as a group, so we put the fingers on the strings and then lift it off. Now, if you want to do the pulsing thing, I tend to use my middle finger for that on the G string. For some reason, my third finger just feels inaccurate to do it consistently. I got better consistency using my middle finger, but that's completely up to you. And all I'm doing is literally doing the chord 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so the block chord, and then using my middle finger to pluck the rest of the 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... I would definitely recommend some practice doing that first of all. The chord, and then eighth notes. Trying to get the eighth notes nice and consistent. When we go through the rest of the chords, the E minor is exactly the same. For the C chord, you can either play just those three strings, the fifth string, fourth string and third string, or you can play a C with a G bass, which I think sounds really nice here. Third fret, second fret open. That would be my preferred choice. It's changing the harmony a little bit, but not much. That would be the C with a G bass, just adds a little bit more weight on the bottom end, and then to the G chord again. So for the first verse, I actually do 2 bars with that single note. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back to G. For the second verse, I put it in every bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, just to give it a slight lift in dynamics. E minor, 2, 3, 4, E minor again, 3, 4, to C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. Now, at the end of the verse there, it feels a bit weird for me to go from that single note pumping out all of the time and then directly into a strumming thing. So I've been trying to kind of morph my way in a little bit, just on the G, 2 and 3 and 4. And so after the first couple of notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, just building in, just using all my fingers there to do a little strum. In the chorus there's some lovely chords. It definitely needs a little bit more movement in order to keep it interesting, to keep it, keep the song kind of rocking along. So you probably want to go to some sort of strumming. If you've been doing fingerstyle on that first part, just strumming with your fingers is a pretty sound idea. Let's talk about the chords first of all, though. So the chords are going C, da, 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 but I never felt this way. For G chord, there's C and then da, 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 to G chord, to E minor, D to a G with a B bass to C, A minor to D along with your G. So that was obviously doing 1 strum per beat, and there's this section where the chords get a little bit gnarly, so we'll talk about that in a sec. I also want to explain a nice way of changing the chords up there, because we've got these 2 bars of C at the beginning, but the melody's doing this lovely sharp 4 thing, this da, 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 perfect, which is this note here. And I think a really nice thing is to go from a regular C to move your second finger down to the second fret of the thinner string, which might be a little bit stretchy for some of you, but again, just a little bit of practice. I'll show you an alternative in a sec. To do that, then little finger goes down in the 3rd fret. So I know we weren't perfect, but I never felt this way. And then back to C at the end. C, C with a sharp 11, C with the 5th on the top to back to regular C, and then G chord. I've been doing this little hammer-on thing in my arrangement. That's nothing to do with the record. You can do it if you want. Just hammering the 1st and 2nd fingers down where they were playing the C, but that's just my little thing that I like the sound of. Now, an alternative is to go C and then lift off 1st finger and put it down in the 2nd fret. You end up with a C major 7 sharp 11, which sounds just as nice to me. Little finger down again and then back to C. I know we weren't perfect, but I never felt this way for no one. Same thing in the 2nd line. I just can't imagine that you could be so okay. Now I'm gone. Then there's this E minor D to a G with a B bass to C. So it's literally 1. You're going to have to get your chord changes nice and fast there. E minor just for 1 beat, D, G, G with a B bass to C. G with a B bass, you can either finger with the first and third finger, or second and fourth, or first and fourth if you prefer. If you hit the thinner string, it doesn't really sound bad, but I quite like the sound of this. The sound of this note here on the second string, which leads to the thinner string on the open. That's for a whole bar on the C, then A minor for just half a bar, D for half a bar, and then on to G. Now as far as strumming here, I think just kind of thinking of it as eighth notes, this 1, 2, 3. There's no guitar on the original recording to copy. You can do even eighth notes, just 1 and 2 and all down strums, or 1 and down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. There's really a lot of different choices here. As long as you keep that the beat and you're feeling it in time and you add a little bit more movement, it's going to work for you. So that should be your aim, is to try and keep this, give it some momentum there in the chorus, so you get the contrast there between the verses and the choruses. It's a key thing for a song like this, is that kind of dynamic shift in there. Remember, when you're strumming with your fingers, you can just use your first finger, or you can use the fingers together. There are lots of different approaches there, and it's something you should really feel like you can explore on your own a little bit. I've been doing it like this. So I know we were perfect, but I never felt this way. No one. I just can't imagine how you could be so okay. So on the C, after all of those changes, just letting it hang for a little bit before going back into the strumming. But again, that's something you can just kind of feel out a little bit. You should be just literally feeling it out, trying to find what feels comfortable, how it relates to you with the song, how it fits if you're singing it as well, how you're phrasing it and how it feels when you're doing it. There's lots of variables here. I'd like to give you the bones for you to explore your own cover versions of. That's really my point here. It's not so much teaching you what's on the record, because there's almost no guitar, or no guitar that I noticed. Now there's one other section, which is the bridge. Fantastic. E minor, C, G and D are the chords. We got this stop sign, I'll still see your face in the white cars front yard. Can't drive past the places we used to go to, 'cause I still fucking love you, baby. So here really it's this E minor driving. 2, 3, 4. You want to really feel that movement, like it's kind of pushing forward. You can add in extra strums if you're feeling it. Onto the wrong chord. But the things that you can explore there, you can explore adding in some ornaments, particularly on the D chord, the D sus4, with the C chord lifting off the second finger. That kind of thing on the D. You don't want to go too heavy on the ornamentation, because it's really, for me, that part of the song is driving, it's pushing forward. So having those eighth notes, and I'd describe it as leaning into it. So really trying to push it forward as you're doing those eighth notes. I am accenting the 2 and 4 as well, actually. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You can play a D with an F sharp bass there, by the way, if you want as well. That works really nicely. You have G. If you want to put the thumb over and play D with an F sharp bass, that works really well for that section. And it just plays that twice through, and then we're back into a chorus, and that's the tune. So I would recommend learning the sections first of all. Make sure you can play them just with basic strumming, maybe have a play along with the original recording. Doing the drone string thing, which is where you're doing this, I think that's a real identifiable part of the song. So if you started playing that, people go, oh, that's that song, I recognize that. So that might be a nice way to start. Whether you stick with doing that or you explore some other versions of fingerstyle or rocking it up with power chords, there really is a whole lot of choices that you could experiment with here. You don't even have to play these chords the same way. I've just kept the chords relatively simple. If you're a more advanced guitar player, you hit with your bar chords, then you might have some other choices you want to explore with that as well. Amazing song. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. Do let me know what other massive hits you'd like me to do guitar lessons on like this, because I know I've mostly catered to kind of the rock guys, and I will continue to, but it'd be nice to do some more of the hip stuff as well for you. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see some more of. Remember, there's loads of lessons over on the website. If you're struggling with any of the chords or the rhythm, it's all free. Go and check it out. You've got lots to gain, but nothing to lose. I'll see you for plenty more very soon. You'll take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.